Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row? That had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Out in front of the Edmonton Oilers here after one. Here's Andrew Mangiapane, and Andrew, a lot to unpack in that first period. What was your view of it?
Yeah, it's a lot of emotion, a lot of energy out there, and we gotta feed off the crowd's energy and emotion and play our game.
Yeah, I mean, just describe it. This is kind of when you describe a Battle of Alberta, kind of that type of feel to it. Is that what you're seeing and feeling out there?
Yeah, it's a kind of playoff type atmosphere. So. These games are fun to play in, so we just got to play our game, stick to our system, and we'll be okay.
How about the momentum swings? You guys have a couple of shift scores 16 seconds apart there in that first period. What were you doing well, though, when you started to grab that momentum?
Yeah, I think we're all playing as five, kind of in the offensive zone there. We're cycling and using each other, lots of talk, movement, and just kind of putting pucks to the net, and finishing on our chances, right?
Yeah, appreciate this time, and enjoy the rest.
Thank you.
Andrew Mangiapane, after one.
We found a way to make Coke Zero Sugar taste better than ever. Don't believe us? Taste it and become a believer. Go on, try it. New Coke Zero Sugar, now more delicious. Best Coke ever? You bet.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Who wants to watch girls play?
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
All right, welcome inside the Intermission. Flames TV Live, brought to you by your Alberta Ram dealers. And buckle up because the highlight pack is long, and it was a good first period. Compliments to the crowd because the atmosphere was as you'd expect it to be in the fourth and final Battle of Alberta here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Let's take a look at what we saw in an action-packed first period, one that saw it go both ways in terms of the scoring chances and the goals, and it started early into this hockey game, just a few seconds in. Derek Brassard scores his 8th of the season, second as a member of the Edmonton Oilers. 1-0. They're quickly out in front, but there was some chances the other way for a quick equalizer. Andrew Mangiapane on the odd man rush with Tyler Toffoli keeps, but Mikko Koskinen makes the save there to keep it a one-goal game. Milan Lucic introducing himself to Brett Kulak in his first opportunity to play in the Battle of Alberta from the Edmonton side of things. And then the goals would come for the Calgary Flames, and it starts on this beautiful pass by Matthew Tkachuk to send in Elias Lindholm, who goes to the backhand and finds his 33rd goal of the season. Just a beautiful finish from Lindholm, who scores in back-to-back games here against Arizona and now Edmonton, tied 1-1 at that point. And then we go back to the other end where Jacob Markstrom was sharp in the middle part of that period. A couple of stops there on Brassard, trying to find the puck in amongst the skates, in amongst the crowd, and does so twice. That wasn't the only one, then one here on Ryan McLeod, and that would be one of 15 saves in that first period for Jacob Markstrom, who was really sharp. Now back at the other end. Catch your breath, folks, because it just was nonstop. Chris Tanev, the shot, the rebound goes off the skate of Darnell Nurse and into the back of the net. And a 2-1 lead. Look at the pass there by Blake Coleman, too. Calle Yarncroke was there, but he obviously didn't touch it. So that's a 5th goal of the season there for Chris Tanev. And then 16 seconds after that, Another goal, and it's Andrew Mangiapane, this time playing setup, man, finds Michael Backlund. Some beautiful finish there from Bax, his 11th goal of the season, but some nice cycle work, and look at the no-look backhand pass from Andrew Mangiapane. That's a thing of beauty. 11 on the season, 3-1 Flames at that point. The Oilers would get within one thanks to a late rush. Kind of similar to what we saw at the other end of things, too. Leon Draisaitl cuts across and all alone against Markstrom, and that would be his 45th of the season, up among the goal leaders in the National Hockey League. 18-9 shots in favor of the visitors here through one period of play, but the score is an advantage to the home side, 3-2 after 20 minutes. Can't wait for the final 40 between these two teams. By the way, the Oilers 0 for 2, at least 0 for 1. They will have some power play time to start the second period here against the Calgary Flames. So I want to take a quick peek at what's happening around the Calgary Flames organization, because as we get closer to playoffs here in the NHL, also do so in the American Hockey League. And the Stockton Heat were the first team to clinch a playoff spot in the American Hockey League just last week, sitting atop the Pacific Division there, just like the Calgary Flames here in the NHL, 81 points. They have a night off here tonight. They've won 3 straight games. They'll take on San Diego tomorrow late afternoon. And how about some of their prospects? They are led offensively by Matthew Phillips, who sits 7th in the American Hockey League in scoring, 57 points. Now, that is tied for a single-season points record for the Stockton Heat, so one more for Phillips throughout the rest of the season and would set a new franchise benchmark in terms of the Stockton Heat. And then one final update, and that's on Matthew Coronado, who just wrapped up his freshman year in college hockey with Harvard as they lost out of the NCAA tournament, scored the overtime winner to send Harvard into the NCAA tournament. They lose out in the first round here just a couple of days ago, but look at that first season in college hockey. 35 points in 33 games. A nice run for Coronado in season number 1, and a nice run for the Stockton Heat as we'll see what they have in store coming up here tomorrow against San Diego. There's a look at your first intermission and your first period highlights. Hopefully we see a little bit more of that action in the second and third period to come. Second period is coming up next. We'll see you back here in the second intermission.